I feel totally comfortable in the classroom with my classroom management, but now it's like, okay, well, what more can I do, to really get them excited?
But then you end up taking on a bunch more work because you start seeing the needs and you want to, respond to the students. And I think at that 5th, 6th year is where a lot of people burn out.
So, I got that support the first 2 years of teaching, but after the first 2, they're like, sorry, you're on your own.
Yeah. Just because you've been doing it for a while doesn't mean necessarily you're doing it the best way or the most effective way. I think if you build that trust and you have that relationship where people could be honest, then you're going to learn some stuff.
And probably, because I think that describes our group a lot, because we've all been teaching. We all teach individually, and we only have 1 grade per subject. So this gives us an opportunity to sit down and collaborate with other teachers who teach the same thing.
Just coming and meeting here, maybe it sort of kind of reaffirms, yeah, I'm doing the right thing, or oh, I really shouldn't have done that.
We don't just stay happy with what we have, that we're continually trying to improve, and that's what makes us effective. Because even last year when we did the dialogue, we came back to it and we said we're going to continue to revise and we're going to continue to reflect.
I was teaching that dialogue thing for a while, but it wasn't until I brought all of my material to you guys and you were like, you know what, I think we can combine these rules together, and I think we can come up with these examples, and I think the rubric could be changed in this way.
I come the next day often and go, oh, I'm going to totally try this, I just did it. Sometimes I've taken something I just got from the group, and the next day I literally use it.
So let's talk about research. Having guiding questions should be something that we are going to assess. What else are we going to assess for research? Maybe how many sources they used? Would that be a thing to assess?
Let's use the standards. And then it support their
main idea with facts, details, examples.
With multiple sources. So what, so it's the whole idea of sources.
So it's kind of like just assessing the whole pre-writing process, and then we move on to drafting, and then...
Because really then it's just another paper, right?
Yeah. After the research, after that it becomes an expository.
Right. What do you guys think, though, about the idea of them doing several research reports? It's going to take forever. That might be a 5-6 week unit, but to the point where they can do it independently.
And what I've been doing is 2 paragraph ones. I've been right now I'm just doing 2 paragraphs, just 2 concepts, and then next I'm going to do 3, and then eventually they're on their own. I'm not going to walk them through. I'm just going to say bring in your drafts, we're going to edit, revise. But I just work with 2 right now.
What I just have are all the different ways that we collect information.
The research.
Before. Yeah, even the questions, even coming up with the questions. Although that's not, all this is a way to put them on. You could do that without a graphic organizer.
So far, what I have right now for the rubric is we're going to grade on their guiding questions, their sources, their bibliography. Do you think we should also assess their notes? Should we assess their notes? Should we assess how their notes were organized?
I think I do. At least that it's not plagiarized.
I do, right.
Well, I think plagiarism should definitely come in the content.
No, but their notes though, that they wrote facts.
That they're bulleting versus
writing whole sentences,
right.
Which prevents plagiarism, which is the reason why we would teach it.
Although still sometimes they might use a word, they might pull a word from a sentence that's really not something that they would come out of their own vocabulary, and they would put it down on a note, which is
fine. But
still that whole plagiarism thing needs to be completely cleared up by the drafting.
Yes.
Really, but they're put in paragraphs. So I don't mind using plagiarism now as a thing, but
I agree that and I'm just thinking it is important to look at our notes.
Oh, totally, yeah.
Yeah, I think that notes should be part of this
the plagiarism aspect is just that's what we do to prevent plagiarism.
I'm an old school teacher in some ways. Not older, but I've been doing it for 12, 15 years, and I think I have a handle on it. But maybe the kids aren't getting the best out of me. And I think about that. And I thought about just this year how different the writing process is in my room because of our group. It's made a big difference.
But it's a good collaboration because we're all little islands at our own schools.
I don't think it makes teaching easier, but it certainly has focused my teaching. It has narrowed it down to the important things and not spending time on things that, because I've been doing this for the last 10 years, I'm going to continue to teach this unit. It's narrowed it down, and I think the at least in my classroom, and I believe in ours because we talk a lot about it, it has just the change in the kids and what they're able to produce is.
I'm actually happy with what they write.
Right.
Like, wow, they can do it.